I love that film. Lion King is my favourite film, all right? I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm a grown man. That's my favourite film. I've had fights with people about The Lion King. I had a fight the other day with this girl. She was an absolute idiot, all right? One of these hipster types, OK? You know the hipsters? She had that haircut where she just shaved half the side of her head. What is that? You look like you've gone to join the Marines and then wimped out at the last minute. It was ridiculous. But this was her quote. Get ready for it, because it is a humdinger of a quote, all right? I was like, The Lion King is my favourite film. She went, oh, that can't be your favourite film. The Lion King is a kid's film. Oh. Kids film, yes, ooh, indeed. Just a kids film, is it? Yeah, just a kids film with a consolidated IMDb rating of 8.5. 2 Academy Awards, 2 Golden Globes, that's been adapted into the most successful Broadway musical of all time, generating a net gross profit of $800 million and counting. Oh, but maybe it's just a kids' film because it doesn't deal with any mature themes, said nobody ever. The Lion King is the greatest anthropomorphic assault upon the theme of mortality that Western culture has ever produced. It is so complex that your tiny, shriveled ant scrotum of a brain wouldn't dare to fathom it. So no, it is not just a kids' film, it is Shakespeare with fur.
Someone needs to give that man a mic drop.
That's got it back, 'cause I'm brown.
The Lion Guard.
Episode review.
The sound of Simba's dying gasp. His daughter squealing in my grasp. His lioness's mournful cry. That's my lullaby.
Greetings, my fellow Pridelanders and Kovu fans alike. I'm Brandon the BAMBI Man, and welcome to Lion Guard episode reviews here on Golden Ticker Reviews, where if it's classic or crap, you see through it, I review it. Well, guys, the moment is finally here. The epic crossover between characters from both the Lion Guard and Simba's Pride, together at last. This is episode 20, Lions of the Outlands. The episode opens up with Kion and Bunga playing a little game of Baobab Ball. As long as there's no stupid jingle to go along with it, I'm good. But Bunga is alerted to a hyena in the Pridelands rustling up some nearby bushes.
All right, hyena, you picked the wrong day to come into the Pridelands.
Hey, Bunga!
Hey, it's our favorite Australian accented scavenger. Yep, Zira from the first episode, played once again by the brilliant Maya Mitchell, has come to get Kion due to an invasion in her clan's territory by, you guessed it, lions.
They've taken over my family's watering hole and they won't share it.
But there shouldn't be any lions in the Outlands. You sure they're lions, Zira?
I know what lions look like, Bunga.
The hyena chief even checked the authenticity of my eyes personally. Not sure the handstand was necessary, though. Surprised I made it here on my nearly broken poles. Kion tells Bunga to inform the guard of where he's going as he and Zira head off to settle this feline affair.
Last time the bad guys were hyenas. This time they're lions.
They probably don't realize there are good hyenas in the Outlands. I had that problem at first, too.
That's true.
We later put the CC in Nesawa and did a little tap dance routine. All in all, it worked out quite well. We then finally get to meet Zira's sister, Madoa, and a couple hyena pups, who I guess are her little brothers. Meanwhile, on Monkey Kingdom, Bunga informs his team of Kion's whereabouts after a racing scene between Fuli and Ono. Fuli wins. Cheatality.
Nice race. Yeah! Do it again! You almost had her that time!
It was close, wasn't it?
Dude, you're just gonna have to accept it. Fuli's clearly a ninja at speed, while you remain the demon eye for the sky. I'm pretty sure that's a compliment, right? But enough about bird physics, as Kion is finally introduced to a couple of the titular lions of the Outlands, as they're played by their respective actors from Simba's Pride. Nuka, played again by Andy Dick of all people, and his brother Kovu, played again by one of my favorite voice actors, Jason Marsden. Kion is of course curious as to why these lions remain in the Outlands.
Why aren't you in the Pride Land?
Like our family's welcome there.
Why wouldn't you be? I'm sure my dad will welcome you there.
Back to the Pride Lands? That means I could see Kiara again.
You know Kiara?
Yeah.
So with that bit of dialogue, we see this episode and probably this whole series takes place after Kiara already ran into Kovu and his mother. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense and explains why the guard wasn't available when Simba and Zira faced off against each other for the first time in that movie. And it explains why she's been so adamant on her future duties as Queen more in this series, and she was pretty young and foolish when she met Kovu. It also explains why now Kovu already has Jason Marsden's mature voice. On a side note, am I the only Lion King fan who thought Nancy Cartwright, aka Bart Simpson, portrayed young Kovu? Am I? I'm actually pretty curious. They decide to take Kion to meet their mother Zira, who is staying thirsty like before.
Welcome, Kion. I'm Zira, and this is my daughter, Vitani.
A lion and a hyena?
Oh, hi, returning cast member who was also Eliza Thornberry. How is your cat life?
What brings you to the Outlands?
I did. We're friends.
Friends with royalty? Gracious!
The fact that you're friends with a member of royal blood just tingles my non-existent mane. Nice mohawk, by the way, dearie. When Kion tries to question what Zira's clan is doing, keeping Jasiri's clan's watering hole for themselves, like any great temptress, she throws another question at him.
So many questions, Kion. What I don't understand is why you don't just use the roar to give your friend the water she needs.
What? You can do that?
What are you talking about?
Mom?
I'm very confused right now, but I kind of want to see where this goes. She mentions that she knows about the roar of the elders Kion has, as she attempts to try to persuade him into using it on a little cloud so that Jasiri's clan can have their water back. Weirdest lioness ever. Unfortunately, this turns Tigger's cloud friend into a raging cumulonimbus. That's temporary. Huh. Kion questions how he could do that, as do I and possibly you viewers at home, and he also questions how Zira knew the roar could do this, and she requests they go somewhere private where Jasiri can't listen. Hyena lies matter.
I don't trust her, Kion.
I know, but she knows more about the roar than I do.
It's almost like she's from a different timeline than this one or something. So while Kion leaves Jasiri alone with Jason Marsden and Lacey Chabert-Lion, a duo so awesome my mind was just blown, Zira begins her discussion with the Lion Guard lead, I mean her musical number, of course. Oh, and they gave a cameo to the mouse from the first Lion King, or maybe one of his cousins, I don't know. Admittedly, while this song isn't anywhere close to being as good as My Lullaby in my opinion, at least this actress Nika Futterman has a fairly decent Melissa Etheridge-like singing voice. Zira sings about a lion-ruled animal kingdom and throws fire around while doing so. Surely she'll gain the trust of the king's son by doing this. Of course, it doesn't work, as Kion sings back to her that they'd be nothing more than evil and cruel by taking over. Though at least they get some cool visuals and a nice duet out of this. It's like a villainous version of We Can Do It from the producers, ironically featuring Lion King stars. Weird. So as Kion continues to listen to this bat crap crazy cat lady, we then transition to another race, meaning Bunga has not informed the guard of where their leader is yet? What a doll! Rafiki, after hearing where Kion has gone, gives some exposition as to why these particular felines can't be trusted. They were loyal only to Scar. And there were some disagreements over who would run the Pride Lands, so Simba kinda banished them. The guard runs off to save Kion, who is being asked what side he's with.
Whose side are you on? Lions or hyenas?
I'm on the side of the circle of life.
I got Carmen Twilly, Lebo-M, and Elton John on my side, mother Kit Kat. But this refusal won't please Zira, as she uses some good old-fashioned reverse psychology.
You know I have the roar. and you know what it can do.
I used to know someone else with the roar. And when he used it against his fellow lions, he lost the roar. Forever.
You're talking about Scar.
That's right.
But Scar wasn't my husband. Just so we're clear. Some of the lionesses begin to attack as Zira leaves to collect her kids, who aren't doing much, and she lies about Kion's decision to keep the watering hole to only lions. While Kion tries to fight off the cast of Put That Lion Back Where He Came From or So Help Me, Jasiri runs into the guard who reassures her that Kion agreeing with that evil pussycat is poppycock.
Mom, what's going on? Kion said he talked to Simba about letting us go back to the Pride Lands. Why can't we be friends?
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
He's the one who chose the hyenas over us.
Aren't we worried he'll use that roar on us?
If he uses the roar against other lions, he'll lose it forever. And if he doesn't use the roar, well, he'll just lose.
Usually, you snooze, you lose. With Max Charles, you snooze and you still lose. Go figure. After stupidly lunging at Kion, what a brainless tool, the Lion Guard comes in to help save the day.
So, a lion guard with just one lion? Pathetic!
No. The word you're looking for is mediocre. He uses the roar and Kovu soon follows after his mom, waiting for a day when he can return without the guard interfering. So that was Lions of the Outlands, and it was pretty good. Sure, there may be a bit of confusion as to how this leads into Simba's Pride, at least until the finale, but this crossover was handled pretty well. The animation, voice acting, music, story, it was a lot of fun. Though I do question why they couldn't recast Nuka's part with someone like Rob Paulson, but what do I know? But this is just the first in the 2 Lion Guard adventures scheduled this month. Tune in next week when we take a look at the long-delayed episode about Kion possibly not using the roar ever again. Until then, I'm Brandon the BAMBI Man saying take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll see you in the Pride Lands and the movies. I'm gonna go watch Spirited Away. It's the best crossover between voice actors of Simba's Pride, after all. Seriously, look it up.
3, 2, 1.
Rhinelander in once can't bother. Past easily fell for it. Realized Rhinelander in once can't bother. Past easily fell for it. Realized Rhinelander in once can't bother. Past easily fell for it. Realized Rhinelander in once can't bother. Past easily fell for it. Realized Rhinelander in once can't bother. Past easily fell for it. Realized Rhinelander in once can't bother. Past easily fell for it. Nuka, Nuka, Nuka.